Right, what's good, guys? What's good, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good day wherever you are in the world today. Hope you're having the best day. Let me adjust my camera, get that right. So, guys, I've started my competition prep for 2019. Obviously, took 2018 off. I want to keep you guys updated as to what I do. Obviously, I've launched my clothing brand, Black Stakes Apparel as well. So there's a lot going on for me at the minute, hence why I've been able to post a lot of videos online. But I intend to, in the run up to these shows, I want to post as much videos as I can and give you guys as much information as I can in terms of how I get ready for shows to keep you guys informed, you know. I get a lot of messages on Instagram and whatnot, and I don't often have the time to reply, so I find it better to do a video replying to some of the questions I get. I'm trying to make the audio a lot better on my videos as well. I bought one of these to work on my camera, but for some reason, the off-geld microphone, for some reason, doesn't work very well. So I need, if you guys know anything about the off-geld microphone, get back at me. You technophobe. I'm a technophobe. I could just about work my camera phone. But if you guys know anything about that, let me know. But anyway, going back to what I came on here to speak about, it's my comp prep running in the run-up to my first show of the season. It's the 7th of September. So I've got about 12 weeks before the first show, and I'm really looking forward to it, man. Having that time off, you come back re-energized. And one thing I say to people is that, you know, if you're thinking about competing, if you're thinking about doing your first show, or whatever the case may be, if you just want to diet for the sake of dieting, for summer's coming, you want to look good for your holiday or whatnot, firstly, get your mind right. That's the first thing I say to people. Get your mind right. Because if that's not right, if you haven't got your mind not in the game, you're going to do a half-hearted diet. Because you're not going to stick to it. You're going to do one day on, one day off. It's not great. You've got to do this thing consistently for a little while to see any difference. There's no point doing it for a day and then, you know, the following day you go back to what you normally do. That's not going to work. Especially if you want to diet for a competition. Having cheat meals every week and thinking, oh yeah, I've done well for the last 4 days or 5 days, that's not good enough. Just stick to the plan, stick to the process, and that's the only way you will see a huge difference in terms of changes towards your physique. Obviously, you got to get to the gym and work your butt off, right? Got to put that work in to see your physique change over time. For me, you know, it's something I've done for a long time. I love doing it, so I'm always motivated to do it. But I still have to get my mind right once it comes to getting myself into that competition prep mood, because prepping ain't easy. Right now, I'm talking to you in this video, I'm conscious that I need to go and have my next meal. It's stuff like that, you know, you go to work every day, you prep your meals when you come home from work. It's the first thing I do, 5 to 6 meals I take to work with me every day. Always trying to eat every 2 to 3 hours. It's not easy. So, you know, I make no bones about that. So what am I doing in the run up to my prep in terms of my eating? So I stick to what I know, what works for me, right? What works for me may not necessarily work for you, but I could give you the blueprint in terms of what I eat. It should work for everyone else. If you stick to the basics, it should really work for you as well, you know? And that's eating healthy, eating clean, you know, as we call it, right? Us bodybuilders call it. So I roughly consume around 3,000, just over 3,000 calories in a run up to a show. And I break down each meal for you. It's not that difficult. It's quite simple. It's mundane, and I stick to the same thing. And it can become boring and then tiresome, and you know. But for me, it works, and I love seeing the changes in my physique in the run up to the show. I like becoming better at what I do. You know. So I would start off my day by. So the beginning of prep actually it changes slightly as you go on, as you get deeper into prep. Certain things changes. Not drastic changes, but little subtle changes happens. So I start off my prep, I said on 3,000 calories, and I'd give you a breakdown of a day's eating for me. And I'd essentially start off first thing in the morning with 100 grams of porridge oats. I'd add water to it. At the beginning of my prep, I was using almond milk because I don't drink cow's milk. I've stopped drinking cow's milk for about a year now, and I feel so much better for it. So I'd have almond milk or coconut milk or something similar, soya milk. I'd mix that in, put it in the microwave for about a minute, take it out, 1 scoop of protein powder, EQ Nutrition, my sponsors. I use them and it works well for me. 1 scoop of protein powder, mix that in, and that's my first meal. Chase that back with probably a litre or a litre and a half of water as well. Keep your water intake high. That's my first meal done. Second meal will be a 200-gram chicken breast, turkey breast, or even white fish. If it's white fish, I take the amount up slightly because it's less calorie dense. 250-gram if it is white fish, for example. And have that with veg, whether it be broccoli or asparagus, with sweet potato, white potato, or brown or white rice. That's my 4 carb source, including my oats. That's the 4 carb source, or the 5 carb source I use. Well, it's 3 essentially. It's potato, rice, and oats. But there's different versions. There's your white potato, there's your sweet potato, there's your brown rice, there's your white rice, and obviously there's your oats. So that's what I use. And it's normally around 50 grams. If it's white rice or brown rice, I have 50 grams per meal, spread over 4 meals. Right? So including my first meal, which is the oats, my next 4 meal would include carbohydrates. The final meal of the day, normally protein and veg. And if I feel like having a 7th meal, it'd be protein and veg again, depending on how long my day has been. So it could be 6 to 7 meals a day typically. I tend not to have much protein powder, protein shakes apart from my first meal in the morning. Apart from my first meal in the morning. And yeah, that's essentially it. Like I said, it's not complicated. It isn't complicated at all. And like I said, we make adjustment as we go on, as we get deeper into prep, whether we rein it back on the carbohydrates, normally rein it back on the carbohydrates or manipulating how you have it. So for example, my coach has said to me this prep, what he wants me to do is have veg and protein every meal and cut out my carbs until I've trained. So once I've trained, I can then have all of my carbohydrates after I've trained. So I'll be having, if it's brown rice, I'll be having 200 grams of brown rice after I've trained. No veg, no protein. Right? It's little things like that we change, or he advised me to change, and we tried, we'd see how it works. For me, stuff like that makes sense to try something different to see how that works, to see how your body responds to it, right? So yeah, what I try to do as well, guys, I'd put on, in the end of this video, I'd stick on my current condition so you guys could have a look at 12 weeks out, to gauge where I am at 12 weeks out. And yeah, I try to give you guys a lot more updated videos in the run up to these shows. Check out my brand Black Aesthetics apparel clothing line. That's been launched on Facebook, and go check out the website blackaesthetics.co.uk. See if there's anything on there you like. The sleeveless hoodie, I love it. There's a lot more stuff coming soon as well, so check it out. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment. Any questions, let me know, and I'll try my best to answer them as best as I can. So for now, give you the Black Aesthetics double bicep boom. Hope you guys subscribe. Get back to me with your questions, your comments, and yeah, have a great day, guys. For now, take care. Boom. Peace.